thank you for watching the SHERICHIE Show. I'm SHERICHIE.
And I'm Eric.
Today's topic we're going to talk about is congratulating Eric on his marriage.
Really,
look, he don't like
really?
that. Yes.
Nah,
Congratulating
man,
you on your because I wasn't here last Sunday.
Okay, but
too.
I'm saying.
No, I ain't gonna go into it all deep. But congratulations in person too. Also, happy for you. Pictures was nice.
Okay.
Family was nice. Everybody was in order intact.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a picture so I can do y'all a candle.
Okay.
See, that's it. I'm just playing about the whole day's topic. But
Yeah.
how your weekend been?
My weekend so far has been good. It's been great, actually. Getting a lot of rest for certain. And, like I said, had a couple of cookouts yesterday and a couple of them today. I'm planning to hit as soon as we finish this, if time prevails. But it's been going good so far.
I had a good weekend.
Yeah.
I got to move my stuff into the townhouse.
Okay.
Like after today, I might do a little bit. I'm supposed to run a couple of places, but tomorrow for sure in the morning, I'm gonna finally be in there officially. I just been being lazy, taking my time.
So last week when you called in, you said that you was having ear problem. How's that coming along? You can hear a little better now?
It's clearing up. It's clearing up. It was worse. I mean, I still can hear a little bit vaguely, but I'm still saying sometimes what you say. Too many times where people telling me, Robin, just call me back.
Okay.
So it has gotten better. And I wanted to say too, Eric, a little story. My granddaughter, I was asleep and I was, acting like I was dead asleep because she was ready to eat and tell me what to do. So she called me Mom. She called her mommy. So she said, Mom. I didn't ask. She said, Mom. I asked again. She said, Mom. I didn't. She said, SHERICHIE. So when she said SHERICHIE, I said, look, I had to wake up right because she threw me off for a loop. I was like, what? And she looking at me like, yeah, you'll answer that, right? So I was like, I got to get up now and go get her something. So when I left out the door just now, she knew I was gone. She was like, bye, Mom. Bye, Mom. I was like, you ain't said a word to me the whole time I've been in the house, She been playing with her toys. So she talking about some SHERICHIE. So I said, she got it down packed now. I said, yeah, call me that. Don't call me no grandma.
Oh, my
I take Ma and SHERICHIE. You be rolling. No grandma yet.
And what's the deal with that, man?
With the grandma.
I see a lot of women don't want to be called grandma.
Grandmother young.
What do you consider young, though? How old well, if it's not getting too personal.
No, I'm
let me
43.
ask this question.
I'm 43,
No, I'm not talking about your age.
Okay.
But if it's not getting too personal, the gap between you and your mom and the gap between you and your grandmother, how old do you think your grandma was when you came into the picture?
She was a young grandmother.
But she still accepted
Don't
you
be
saying
trying
grandmother.
No, but you know what? My mother, when we called her grandmother, I think she already had grandkids. So she probably was comfortable with that. I never, she passed away now, so I couldn't ask her. But I think she had. No, it was me. I was first. Yeah.
See, you broke the mold. See, you started it.
But no, not when I get about almost, I'm going to say 60.
That's when you want to be called grandma.
Yeah. Not now.
Yeah, you probably have great grands by that time. You can't be saying
Well, then they
that.
can start saying that, but right now, grandma,
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
No. You got grandkids, right?
I welcome my title, though.
So they call you Papa, Granddaddy, or what?
They call me Papa.
See, that's why you cool with it.
Nah,
I'm cool with her calling me
even if they call me, granddad or something like that, I mean, I would be cool with that. I figure, at this point in my life, I need to hear something like that sometime. More so than dad, so, I'm saying that to say that I don't have no young babies, so, I don't have to hear dad, I can do granddad, because that means you get to go home. You say dad, that means I got to take you with me, so, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but no, I just said, I got one so far.
Yeah.
I hope it's a long time before I have
my
another.
goodness, man. I never understand that about women, man. You know,
I don't know. It just don't sound like it's not just sounding right to me in my ears just yet.
Well, I
you know,
mean,
Grandma.
It's called change.
It's not rolling. Don't be over there
It's
smiling
called
again.
change,
You better
you
not
know?
call me no Grandma one day.
It's
Roland.
called change, man. You got to get ready for it. You know it's gonna come. Ben know it's coming, something. You know.
I don't know, but you know what? If she decide one day to call me Grandma on her own, I'm not gonna stop her. Like I'm not gonna tell her don't. Like right now, she don't. She just called me Mom on her own, which that was a good thing. Maybe she made me get used to that. You know,
I
what, bro?
got great nephews and nieces. I'm like a great uncle.
You know what I'm
saying? I'm a great uncle at 53.
Yeah, you know something. You know.
You said that. Look, I told you. They already made you.
It's coming, man. You know, just gotta start. Just
Live
gotta
long
welcome
enough,
it.
it's coming.
Yeah, you just gotta welcome it, man, and just embrace it. You know, so.
How they any of them teenagers yet or not?
Mine?
Yeah.
Nah,
still
I got 11 and 8. You know.
One of them about to come teenagers.
she getting there. She getting there. She letting it be known that she getting there. You know, she ain't hiding that part.
Your son have kids?
No.
So it's just the daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. He ain't thinking about that on that aspect.
Yeah, I
just
hope
yet.
mine's not thinking about that either.
No, he like, man, I'm still in my 20s. I'm not doing nothing yet. You know. Okay.
He see how this system going too. Look, he ain't trying to beat it fast either.
Hey, you know, I told him, you know, just as long as I see him before I leave, you know, other than that, you know, do your thing. You know,
Exactly.
But, I don't have no problem with grandkids, man. 'Cause like I said, at the end of the day, they get to go home. You know, come and get them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, you know, at the end of the day, they get to go. But yeah, I'm embracing my newfound.
Oh yeah, let me see your ring. You know I ain't seen. I saw him. You know, rolling the last time when he was doing the show. Look, he wiping his eye. He just so happened the left hand. He got to use this one.
But I always use my left hand.
Look, but no, I saw this the wedding finger, the ring finger.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I said I ain't even gonna say that. Don't
see,
wait till I
you
come.
You don't even pay attention to that. You
I'm
see
paying
that?
attention to the background, the surroundings and
See that?
everything.
What's up, Travis?
Nice
you see what she
ring.
doing to me over at Travis? She is a beast
Tell
today,
Travis
man.
I said hi.
She
That's
said
my buddy
hello,
right
Travis.
there.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Maybe one day somebody might pick me and marry me.
Oh,
Look at her.
oh.
It's coming.
I mean, I've been trying to throw some cats at your way, man, but you just be, you know, I don't like that one. You know, you
Like,
ducking,
we're
yeah,
not
you know what I mean?
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. You know, yeah. She's just ducking and dodging. They got to have this. And I'm like, well, Rob, you know, some of them, you may have to bring them to the table. You know what
No,
I mean?
I ain't working with nobody, but I work and compromise with some things. I ain't Mr. Tough because if you try to act like I'm still wood.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You are, man. You got guys scared to even say that, man. I ain't talking to her, man. She just mean. Like, man, Robin ain't no mean person, man.
No, my job used to say that when I first started until I gotta feel my way in and get to be comfortable to start just coming out and talking to a guy.
Yeah.
Always been like that.
I mean, that's just human nature, though. You be that type of person that's just gonna be, you know, vulgar and boisterous. You know, just jump out there. How you doing? You know what I mean? First thing they're gonna do is back off on you, like, oh, we done ran to Shanae. You know what I mean? So I mean, you know, yeah, you gotta be that kind of way. You know, with them. You know, because y'all expect us to be that way when we come to introduce ourselves to y'all. You know, you don't want nobody to come to you and, you know, and be like Jerome, like Rome in the house. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, oh, nah, I'm not messing with him. You know, so, you know, we got to do that. You know,
Well,
so
they'll find me one day. They still not coming out. They not coming forward.
Something you doing, Rob?
What, the way I'm looking like?
I don't know.
My expression?
You see, it could be.
Because I didn't tell nobody I'm not looking for nobody.
Yeah, but they may come to you and, you know, sometimes women have a tendency of giving that look like don't even try it, you know, and that person you probably telling don't even try it may be the one that you need.
All right, so the advice that you can give me is what?
Don't make your wall too high that nobody want to jump it.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I
a
mean?
good.
Don't.
They gonna jump high.
You know, they're gonna jump high, but they're not gonna jump. They're not gonna jump, but so high. If it's too high for them to climb, they back off. You know what I mean? Everybody gets tired at a point. So don't make your wall too high that you know, nobody's willing to try to climb it to get to you. You know, life is with trial and error with everything. So, you know, don't be afraid to date and just to see where things are going to go. You know, just because you date somebody doesn't mean that y'all have to be in a relationship. You know, it's just part of life. That's how we get to meet and mingle with one another is by dating. So, you know, don't be afraid to do that part. See, you know, different aspects of life. You know, this person might have one thing you like. This other person might have something else you like. You might run into a guy that don't have nothing you like, but you just overly attracted to him. And it may be a situation where they willing to learn from whatever it is that you're willing to teach them because they don't know how to get them type of qualities.
I dated one like that.
You know what I mean? So you may have to show that person what you're actually looking for because they never had nobody else to show them what you know them type of qualities in a man. You know, to be able to present it to you. So yeah, don't build your wall up too high that nobody wants to climb it.
So it's all the way to the top. I thought I had it right here a little bit.
Well, if you're not getting any hits, I mean,
I'm getting no. Hold up. We're gonna wait a minute. Hold up. Now I am getting hits. Wait a minute. I just don't talk about it. Irk make me sick. I just don't be talking about I ain't getting no hits.
Nah, I'm just saying.
That's a grandmother right there. See, that's what it is. Ain't no hits.
Listen, if you're not getting any hits, it's not just you per se. But I'm just saying, if you're not getting any hits, then you know, some things you got to change within you. You know what I mean? If ain't nobody reaching out.
Why I get the hits from the dudes that's leaned all the way back down in the car? I can't even see. I got to do like this. You know. And I don't even still shut them down. You know, I don't put them down because I honestly don't put anyone down.
Well, some cats, they just got that cool factor down to a science that they forget how to present themselves when it comes to talking to a lady. You know, they know how to present themselves when it comes to talking to a girl. You know, but when they talk to a lady or a woman, you know what I mean, they don't know how to do that aspect.
Because I had some guys say, Robin, I ain't ready for you yet. What that mean? Since you're a man, so
okay,
because I took it away.
If a guy tell you something like that, it may be your demeanor that they know that if they come your way, they got to come correct. You know what I mean? Or I mean that's part of the bottom line with it. They know if they come, they got to come correct, and they ain't quite ready to do that just yet. So don't take that as a oh, you messed up. Nah, he actually saving you from
his messed up. Yeah, okay, look.
It could be that way.
That's how I took it.
Yeah, it could be that way. You know, he
but
actually.
That was good that he would say that because that means that you care about me before we even get anywhere far enough to even think about doing that.
Yeah, you get some cats. You know, they just they just like. I don't care, you know, you're going to see my faults because I'm just coming, you know what I mean, full steam ahead, you know, and I deal with whatever you bring to me afterwards, you know, so, I mean, yeah, you gotta, you know, just like I said, the biggest thing, women, a lot of these women that's single, you know, I have to understand. I understand we mess up. God knows we mess up, you know what I mean? But that's called trial and error. It's all a part of life. Just because this one didn't work out don't mean the next one not going to work out. You know? And
it's both men and women.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't think anybody should ever give up on love and trying to find a relationship and trying to be in a relationship. I don't think you should give up on that, not even a little bit. Regardless of what you go through, because there is somebody out there for somebody. You know, it's just that at some point, you know, you guys may be in less demand, so it's more for the picking, and that's where the competition come in at. You know, and like I say, like I was telling you, with the other situation, you may have one person do something more than the other. You know, you have to pick and choose your battles and where you're going to be and pay attention to the red flags. You know what I mean? Because everybody has them.
Because I don't look for the red. I mean, I pay attention to them, but I'm not. You know, some females looking for the red flags. Like, I don't look for the red flags. I'm hoping for the good. Yeah,
and then that's a big thing too. You know what I mean? Because you know, you get in these relationships, oh, this person is fine, or this person is sexy, or they handsome, or whatever it is, you know, and you just so stuck on that the red flags when they coming to you, you know, well, hey, you know, can I get a couple of dollars? They help me out with a bill. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know, and you might be just a month in dealing with one another. You know what I mean? And then when you try to talk to them and let them know, you know, hey, you know, let's talk about this situation where you coming to me all the time, you know, asking for this, you know, maybe we need to figure out what's going on financially with you, you know, and they get an attitude.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So it's out there. You know what I mean? Why we got to talk about that? Why we can't talk about nothing now? Because you constantly coming to me with your hand out. You know what I mean? So we need to talk about it. So, you know, I mean, everybody got different red flags, you know, with the abusive stuff and everything, but you have to pay attention to it. Just because that person is sexy, fine, cute, handsome, whatever you call it, doesn't give them a right to be able to do what they want to you.
Exactly.
You know?
We're going to take a break, and we're going to return in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I got that in.
Yeah,
Well, no, wait a minute, Rolling, do you hit the C? I got that in.
Smooth.
Irk, let me get that in.
Hey, how you doing? Can I have a little time? You're looking too good for me to let you walk on by. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, babe, I'm pursuing, and I hope that you don't mind. 'Cause you got a lot of something hard to find. I wanna know what's going on behind your smile. And if it's cool with you, can we just talk a while? Looking at you, I know what's missing in my life, baby. So before I let you go, girl, I need to know. Can I just go, yeah? Alright. Can you just spend some time? I might. Can I get to know you? I might if it's you. Baby, do you feel me? I do. I think we got chemistry. That's true. Can we maybe do some things? I might if it's you. Oh, baby, babe, I just might. Girl, I must say, I'm going through it ever since you caught my eye. But the attraction is more than just physical, babe. Can I spend the day to explore it, every corner of your mind? 'Cause I wanna stimulate your intellectual world. 'Cause every secret of your heart I'm trying to find. I wanna know the mystery that makes you mine. Don't wanna rush you, girl, I got nothing but time. So would you let someone like me be the one in your life? Can I just go, yeah? Alright. Can you just spend some time? I might. Can I get to know you? I might if it's you. Baby, do you feel me? I
SHERICHIE Show. I'm SHERICHIE.
And I'm Eric.
Eric, I meant to tell you also that I'm doing some new candles, some new images. I'm going to post them maybe next Sunday. I came up with some new ideas, some new images, some different images, some good images.
Like the Lincoln Memorial and Capitol and stuff.
I did a city one. You know how people like the picture frame on the wall? Mm-hmm. That's the city one. Mm-hmm. I did a city one on this size candle right here.
Okay.
And I want to post them first.
Yeah.
But I had worked on a lot of new images.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do me I haven't even done me a personalized SHERICHIE candle of me. So I'm doing one of those too. Some people been asking for that. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should put one out there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was contemplating.
I mean, that's your.
Because they've been asking me. They was like they want a personalized candle, and I was like, oh.
Oh, they want one. They want one of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we buy labels of different brands all the time. So I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. It's all about promoting. You know what I mean? And that's what you're trying to do with
I had
this.
about 5 people that asked me.
Yeah, put it out there.
That.
It's all about promoting. You know what I mean?
And then I'm gonna do some little ones of the SHERICHIE can. I don't know if you've seen it, but I had did a logo. I got a logo, and I did some of the rhinestones at the top and the bottom, and the SHERICHIE name in the middle with a design that I did. I'm gonna post those too. So I'm still on Instagram. Still, it's a lot of new people hit me on Instagram also too for candles.
Well, that's cool.
That Instagram is really getting hot.
Getting hot. Mm-hmm. What's the next? What is it? Is it Veterans Day?
The one that's getting ready to come on. Is this Memorial Day? You better be right. We saying 2 different holidays. This Memorial Day coming.
This is Labor now. What's the next one after this?
Labor
Day. And after that, Columbus, and then after that, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Okay.
Veterans Day is in November.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was going at with that Veterans Day coming up. You may want to, try to embark on maybe some
personalize the people.
Some black heroes. You know what I mean? Like Tuskegee Airmen. You know what I mean? And some of the black. What do I want to say? Civil War fighters, stuff like that. You might want to put some of that out there.
When the veterans do come around, they do have me do a lot of personal.
Yeah.
Last candle.
And if you do something like, that too. Like with that time of year, because you got a lot of vets out here, and a lot of times they look for stuff like that. Memorabilia and stuff like that to have. So yeah, It's a marketing thing, man. Put your candle out there, your SHERICHIE, and see where it goes. You're already getting a lot of hits on this, so it's going to be, it's only right.
Exactly. I'm gonna do it. I didn't even do Eli. What's the new name, Reg? Again, you said because I can do. I can do one of those. Just so we can have one.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So I had told the people last week that we was gonna get a little bit into this this neighborhood changing things, and you being since I've met you when you were uptown, uptown North Capitol in New York, I'm sure you've been back up there. What have you noticed mostly about your neighborhood since being up there?
Well, for us, Tyler House, they had changed that tremendously. I think it's one way in and one way out. You remember when we used to be there, it was different ways. Like, what we had, about five different ways out of 4. So now, I haven't seen the people hanging out there too much, but it was a lot of shooting and stuff going around there.
Well,
at one time.
Yeah, I was mainly speaking on the real estate, the real estate aspect of it. What you seeing a lot of new property and stuff coming up around there. What have you really noticed that you made a roll past? You're like, man, they don't put this up here.
I haven't rolled past like New York Avenue. I seen they put a new tunnel almost by 3rd Street tunnel. Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that the other day, but I said this don't make sense. I haven't even seen that. And where does that go? Does that go? Like if you come in from Say, remember where the Marriott Hotel used to be at that? But if you coming back like you trying to go catch the X buses to take you to the bottom of North Capitol Street, you know how the X buses used to be running through there? So the tunnel is going that way and it goes under. I wonder where that take you back on the same highway. You think it's merging onto the 3rd Street tunnel?
Yeah, that's all part of 3rd Street.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, that's all part of 3rd Street. They've been working on that. But what I've noticed since being back up here, you know, a little over a year now, is a lot of the real estate, you know, especially with all these condos and apartments and stuff that's being built in downtown. You know, at one point, you know, that was unheard of down there. They didn't want nobody living down there. They just wanted a retail market only, you know, and it's amazing to see now that you got retail and housing, you know, all together down there. And to see that the city of D.C. changed so much in just a short time that I was gone, and how a lot of these properties now, you know, a million plus. You know, in areas where you knew, you know, people you grew up with, you know, was nowhere near that type. You know, you knew the families that lived in them houses before. You know, I went to some part of Southeast, you know, the lower part of Capitol Hill area, you know, and upper Anacostia area where I came up at too. And, you know, when I first got back here, I was looking at houses over in that area, you know, and, you know, thinking I can, you know, I can get in somewhere, you know. I mean, it was just price, you know, outrageous. You know what I mean? These people will buy these houses and rehab them, and, you know, they talking $400,000-$500,000 for a house in Southeast, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know,
they
you're
still
like,
got
man,
that McDonald's and Wendy's up there hanging on them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, I don't think they're gonna change that too much.
That's
You know
what
what I mean?
yeah. That's glued down.
If they was gonna do anything with that, they probably take that. They probably take that Wendy's down because it's dead smacking in the middle. You know what I mean? So, you know, if they was gonna do anything about that aspect, then to be up there, you know, and you know, like I say, you know, with Tyler House and how it used to be back during, you know, the late '80s and early '90s and stuff up there, you know, with a lot of black-owned homeowners and stuff like that up there now. You rarely see that up in that area anymore. You know what I mean? And it's getting just as worse over in the south side, the northeast side, you know. So you're saying that to say that, you know, these people that came here back in the 60s and 50s and stuff and bought these houses, you know, and figured they'd pass them down to their kids, meaning, you know, black folks. You know, they pass, and next you know the family is selling the house, you know, and man, I'm wondering how they feel about that, because a few people that I know that have done that, they're broke now.
Yeah, because they still trying to get the people by the people out down in search of borders.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for years. It
Yeah.
still haven't happened. I'm just...
Yeah, a lot of these people who family, you know, that I knew coming up, they had houses and stuff, man, and, you know, they sold the house after their parent died, man. They literally broke now, and that house that they grew up in is worth $700 to $1 million plus, depending on what block it's on. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So I mean, you know, I'm just wondering, you know, we were pushed out of Georgetown to that part of DC. And now we've been pushed out of that part. And
we've been pushed out of half of, ain't it been in road?
Yeah.
That changed tremendously.
Yeah, that's changing once you.
Is that really a train track in the middle of the street going?
Yeah.
You ever seen the train
They
yet?
call it the train to nowhere. It goes like.
Have you seen that yet, Roland?
It goes about 10 blocks and it turn around and come back.
Have you ever seen it on it, you know, riding on the tracks?
Yeah, it runs.
You did?
Yeah, it runs. It's free to get on. You just jump on and get off a couple blocks. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call it the train to nowhere, man.
You was the best about the train.
Yeah.
4 blocks turn around.
You know what I mean? Turn around and come right back. You know, so.
They spent like millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars, man. They just, you know, they wasn't even gonna get it run, but they realized how much money they done lost. They like, man, just put it out there. Just make it free. You know what I mean? And just let them ride it. You know, but
What is this that we heard? Did you hear that they was talking about Farrakhan? Does Farrakhan have cancer?
The only thing I heard about Farrakhan is that he came out and said that Jesus was his savior, and
So
but
he changed
I kind of don't like to get on that religious stuff, man, because then everybody start getting pissed off and calling you, all kinds of names. So, but I know that's been going around for about a week or so that he's supposed to have said, and he's supposed to regret the fact that he's been teaching Muslim faith and he's not a believer of the Muslim faith. So I don't know if it's true, false, or whatever. But
I just heard someone say that he had cancer, and I was trying to see was that true. They was talking like he's sick now, so he trying to change.
Farrakhan is old, man. I mean, he's almost
80.
Yeah. He's old, so I mean,
his look been held up for a long time.
You got a little bit of money, you can make some things look the way you want them to look too.
Shea butter.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Coconut oil, you know what I'm talking about? You can make some things look the way you want it to look too, to uphold. But like then again, no, it's true. We don't crack. So he may be just aging well, you know what I mean, which is cool.
He aging well.
He may be just aging well.
And a lot of people, like at my job, like I think when D'Amico was here and you say he was 50, they didn't. I'm like, don't pump Urkel. Don't make him look like he in his 30s. But they didn't know. But honestly, they thought that you was like in your 40s, like 43.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Mm-hmm. But I'm working on me. I'm trying to take good care. I just went to the doctor this week. Matter of fact, a couple of days ago, and since 2010 to 2009, they say I've only changed 10 pounds, got 10 pounds heavier in 7 years. So I mean, I told her I'm trying to get that plus some off of me, so I'm working on me. So
Yeah, I went to the doctor too when I went for my ear, and this when the first day when it was killing me, crucial pain, and the nurse was like, "Well, you want to take your Tdap shot today, your TD shot?" I said, "My TB?" I'm confused. She said, "No, your TD." I'm like, "Okay, let me read it and see what it's saying with that." So I said, "Okay, cool." So when she bring the needle, I'm already on crucial pain all on the left side. So she want to come on the left side with the needle. So I'm like, that side too? You want to give me the needle over here? So she was like, yeah, it should be fine. It shouldn't hurt, whatever. So she gave me the shot. So I'm waiting for the lady to come in to to look into my ear, but she can't look in it because the hole was clear. But she insists that she must look in it, before she prescribe prescription, I'm sure. So when she put that thing in there and when she took it out, I almost nearly screamed. That was some more crucial pain. So I was sitting there, I was like, oh my goodness, it just was just terrible. So it's like when she did that, I really couldn't hear some more. You know what I'm saying? Like even right now, they gave me the drops the second time, so I have that. So it's layering out. I can see it. I feel it popping now. So now I feel like something's working. Because I kept saying, I need the ear drops. And she said she couldn't give it to me. She gave me the medicine by mouth. So now, at least I know I'm a hear. Because at first I was like, I know I ain't getting ready to go deaf in this ear. And then the right ear started acting like I couldn't hear out. I've got people on speakerphones, earplugs in my ear. So it got so I know for sure is what I'm getting at is I'm gonna be able to hear again.
yeah. I took a flu shot. I took a flu shot and everything, and the girl, my arm is still sore. I don't think she hit something she ain't supposed to hit because I ain't never had my arm still sore for days.
Some people get sick. You be okay every time you get it.
Well, it shut me down. I did all this Friday, so normally on Friday I'm probably gonna be somewhere, but it shut me down. I just wanted to go home and lay down. You know what I mean?
What? It shut you down?
Yeah, it shut me down, man. And I was like, I said, I know it's a shot, but because last year around May, sometime in May, I had got the flu real bad, and that was kind of weird for me. You know what I mean?
They say that when you get the shot, sometimes it make you sick.
Yeah, it never really bothered me off the break. Usually, like I say, I rarely even get it, but for some reason this past year I got it. But yeah, it's a wreck to be reckoned with, man. If they can stomach it, I recommend getting a flu shot. It's the flu virus that's in your body, but if it's going to help you later on down the line, I recommend doing it.
Oh, okay. Well.
So we're gonna take another break.
Oh, you got it on time now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna take another break, and we'll be back with y'all in a minute.
Richie.
And I'm Eric.
Eric, I wanted to, you was telling me, like, during the commercial that the lieutenant that made the racist comment with the white lady in the car, you said he got fired.
Yeah, that's what's been going around. That he had been terminated from his position. I didn't know about it until it was brought to my attention later this week about that. But Cobb County, Georgia, it's kind of like upper middle class type of county. They got some parts that's kind of rugged, but for the most part, you know, it's kind of like upper middle class from what I remember of it. And you know, it's almost like, only if you live here you would know what I'm talking about. But it's almost like being out Mo County. You know, Mo County type of atmosphere.
Oh, okay.
With that, so you know, I can't say I'm actually surprised with anything that goes on down here. You know what I mean? Because Georgia, the Atlanta area, you know, yeah, it's considered the black Mecca and everything. But everything outside of Atlanta, outside of that city, I'm not surprised about a lot of that stuff.
Well, this about time in a long time that they fire somebody instantly without trying to do all that slow dragging and investigating and all this. Because they had other people that had what they say on camera too, and you remember they'll take them off of work, leave an absent, and then they end up returning. Yeah,
I believe what he wound up doing is that he forgot that he had his body camera on. You know what I mean? Because they try to say that the lady turned him in, but no, he turned himself in. You know, he turned his body cam on when he went to walk up to the car, and you know, and everything was being recorded. You know, so
yeah, because I thought she reported him, so he had the body camera on, which was good.
Yeah, he kind of told on himself, you know, and he was saying he was trying to do it to calm the lady down, to ease her fears, but you know, you being a person in law enforcement, stuff like that, man. Some things you just can't jump out there with, even if you felt that way. You know what I mean? So yeah, he just got, I guess, an early retirement type of situation, you know, because I say he's been in the force almost 30 years or something like that. So I'm sure he ain't going to apply nowhere else to work even more, you know, in that aspect. But
we need to find out. I'm gonna find out when we finish about his pension, his retirement. Do he get to keep that, or do he lose it? Does he lose it?
I don't think they can take that from him, because especially if it's a situation like any other company where you contributing to it. You know what I mean? You can't just say, okay, well, we're going to keep that. You know what I mean? Now, if he was a situation where, like some of these CEOs, you know, when they got that clause at the end that if they leave, you know, for whatever reason, they get, you know, X, Y millions of dollars, then, you know, they probably can back out of it to save face for their company. But I don't think he.
Yeah, because some jobs do that. It all depends on.
Yeah, I don't think he's
the situation.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna lose his pension or anything like that. You know, his severance pay or whatever. They might not give him a severance pay or something, but they, you know, his pension, his pension they probably do. But they, you know, and then too, you know, they might say they ain't gonna give it to him, and still might slide him his severance pay too. So, you know, I don't put nothing past nobody. Yeah, I don't put nothing past nobody. You know what I mean? You know, if there's a will, there's a way. You know, there's plenty more out there like him too. You know, he just happened to be the one that made a stupid mistake on the day he was at work. You know, but it's plenty more out there. And we probably gonna keep hearing about this throughout time. You know, the good thing is the body camera situation. I think some situations they need to make that a situation where if you don't have it on, once you step out that car and you get caught in an incident, it should be a situation where you under investigation and maybe even instantly terminated. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, we've had situations where police have been involved in shootings and they claim, oh, we forgot to turn the body cam on. You know, we forgot to turn it on. So they need to figure out a way, and I'm probably giving this away to some of these inventors out there, but you need to figure out a way that it can detect once that officer is up out his seat that camera automatically comes on. You know what I mean? It's almost like a motion type of thing. Once he make that motion out of the car and he's out of the car, that camera automatic comes on and they record everything from the time he step out that car to where he's going. You know, they need to come up with something like that. So if you hear somebody come up with that in the next couple of years, know you heard it here first. So they got to cut me. They got to cut me in on that deal.
See, Eric ain't playing with deals.
So but yeah, you know.
Well, I'm gonna give out. I meant to give out. I keep forgetting at the end of the show. I'm gonna give it out now. My Instagram is the real SHERICHIE Candles. My email address is SHERICHIECandles@gmail.com. I just wanted to give out that because I've been forgetting it. A lot of people have been asking. So
all this time I've been looking at the old page. You got another page, the real SHERICHIE?
No, I changed the name. I think I had it SHERICHIE Candles, and I just checked.
And here I am talking about giving you the other phone number last week, and you done already gave me the.
No. That's my Instagram name. But I'm still friends with you on Instagram.
No, we still cool. I see everything.
You'll see it, but I still have the
I see everything, man.
The SHERICHIE, what I had, SHERICHIE radio host for Facebook.
Yeah, but
So inbox me, y'all, for those candles, cause now I'm getting ready to be on the ball.
Yep, that's the real SHERICHIE.
No, but when we get ready to move to our new place too. From here. I'm saying from here.
Cool. Can I request a dressing room, or are we gonna be there that long?
Oh, at the new place.
Yeah.
Roland, we gonna have a dressing room. We gotta go. When we go, we gonna see everything. Yeah. That's what we'll know.
Yeah.
But I'm happy about that. That's just exciting by itself.
That's funny, man. Yeah.
Well, you tell them when you get there.
Yeah,
you say what you say you'll get there. You won't be shiny no more.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, I can get some powder on this big forehead. You know, try to calm it down a little bit, or get a purple light or something up there. But but again, you know, just to touch on what we started out with the relationship thing, man. You know, women and the guys, because guys are starting to do a lot of it too. You know, I mean, we have to deal with a lot of game too from women. So you know. Just don't pull yourself out of the dating pool. You know what I mean? We all go through something. You know, maybe the person that took you through something wasn't the person for you, and you didn't pay attention to them red flags. Mm-hmm. You know, so just keep that in mind. You know, when you out there, don't give up on it. You know, because there's somebody for somebody, and I believe that's a true statement.
Exactly. We need to communicate more when you're in a relationship. That's a must. That's what we lack in the relationships. We always holding in things with the other partner.
Yeah.
You communicate more, because sometimes you may not know what you did to me, you know, wrong. When I was in my last relationship, I used to go through that. He didn't communicate as much, and I was always the talker, so I end up getting on his nerves.
Well, sometimes too. Yes, I agree. Say sometimes you can come off like the parent more so than.
But we had that motherly with us.
But I mean, it is not just. It's not. I mean, you can come off like the father too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For the guys, I mean, sometimes you can come off like the parent, and depending on what that person's situation is, they probably are going to climb up on you and not talk. You know, so yeah, you have to watch that, and you have to be mindful of that. Mm-hmm. You know, we have to be mindful of one another when you're dealing with a relationship. You know, and you know when he come home. And he done had a hard day or bad time at work, you know what I mean? Give him a chance to get it over.
Yeah, okay. We got a phone call. Welcome, caller.
Hello, welcome to the SHERICHIE Show. Hello. Hello. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, whoever that was to call.
They hung up again. And we're about to close now, so tune in next Sunday with me and Eric from 4:30 to 6. I was a little late today because of the traffic. Let me clear that. Sorry about we started late, but we're gonna start on time next Sunday.
All right, and peace in the universe, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll talk with you guys next weekend.